To know more, download the Pocket FM app and listen to the audio series My Vampire System now.
The day the Dalkey arrived, darkness swallowed the world whole. Eventually, light came, but it was because the world was burning.
Mom? Dad?
Mercy did not exist in the language of the Dalkey.
When are you going to learn, Quinn? Scum like you don't belong here.
In this world, power was everything, and those without power were lesser than animals.
You're a freak with no powers. You can never be a warrior.
But that was the thing about Quinn. He never let this fact hold him back.
I bet you don't even know how many fingers I am holding up.
You level 1 piece of crap.
When will Mommy and Daddy come back?
Quinn's parents had died in the war, but they had left him one last memory of them.
The peace treaty with the Dalkey race has lasted for 5 years, but the tension seems to be rising once again.
Officials say we must prepare for another war.
Quinn lived through the grief of not seeing his parents again. But what made it worse was that every day, no matter how much he tried, he couldn't open the book.
Why won't you open? Why did Mom and Dad even have this thing? Come on, just get in. Ugh, just my luck.
Congratulations, Quinn.
My head hurts. Dang it. Whoa. Huh? How did this happen? Wait, what? But how? Was that a dream? The book! It has to be the book! It was right here last night! What the hell happened yesterday?
Congratulations, you've been
That message! What was that?
User, Quinn Talon. Race, human. Level 1.
Whoa! Quests! Was my book an ability book?
Ability books, rare to find, incredibly expensive to buy, and restricted to the possession of the military or a few great families who pass them down the generations.
Waterbending! Come on! Waterbending! Wind out! Wind out! This is so useless! What kind of ability is this? An ability book that floats in the air and corrects your vision?
Main quest. Reach level 10. Daily quest. Drink 2 liters of water. Reward. +5 experience.
How much is 2 liters? Is it done?
Daily quest complete. +5 experience granted. Experience 5 of 100.
Now I know how my system works.
There was only one group that knocked like that.
Soldiers!
Quinn Talon, it's time for you to come to the military school.
Despite the peace treaty, humans always knew that they were at the brink of a war. Hence, every individual was required to attend the military school for 2 years.
Hurry up, kid. We don't have all day.
Give me a second, please!
The mere mention of military school has made his bladder leak, and we expect him to fight against the mighty Dalki army. Boy, you are testing my patience.
You have received a new quest. Daily quest. Avoid direct sunlight for 8 hours. Reward 5 experience.
This one is way easier than torturing my bladder. This way I can easily level up.
Kid, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Toughen up or the school will eat you alive.
Since nobody knows me, maybe now the bullying will stop and I can finally make some friends.
It's time to head to the military academy.
You know, I can shoot lasers through my eyes. Almost burned the neighbor's house yesterday. I am sure I will begin at level 2.
That's nothing. I can melt anything or anyone with my closed eyes. That's the minimum level 3 qualification.
Hey, you! What's your ability?
Before Quinn could answer, a pop-up screen came up.
A substance in the air has been detected. Your resistance to the substance has increased. Resistance +1.
Quinn looked around to find all the students passed out. He was the only one in his senses. A look of panic flashed on his face as he wondered what was happening. Just then,
Looks like you were able to resist the sleeping gas. Guess we have just one option now. Placed on your wrist is your lifeline. It will define you by showing your corresponding power level. We will immediately begin testing your respective levels. Good luck.
in the war against the Dalki, humanity survived because of the Originals, the secret group of superhumans who exhibited extraordinary human abilities, which were unseen and unheard of. They swooped in at the last minute and turned the tide. Their powers were incredible, and they passed their knowledge down through ability books. There were two ways to obtain an ability. Either you were born with it, or you learnt one. But since Quinn could never afford to buy an ability book, and neither was his family an original, he had no powers. But after last night, he expected to be at
Level 1? There must be something I'm missing out on.
You are being hit by direct sunlight. All stats will be halved.
Hey, are you okay? Do you want me to call someone for you?
No need, thanks. I am just a little bit nervous about the testing.
Well, don't be. If anyone messes up with you, come to me. The name's Vorton, by the way.
Quinn looked at Vorden's hand with affection. It was the first time someone had treated him like a normal human being. But as Quinn shook his hand,
Use of an ability has been detected. The ability has been rejected.
Quinn forcefully pulled back his hand. Vorden was drilling him with his suspicious eyes.
Say, what's your ability?
Use of an ability has been detected. The ability has been rejected.
What was that?
Quinn could sense something weird. Vorden was drilling him with his suspicious eyes.
Say, what's your ability?
I don't have any ability.
In this world, your life is as valuable as your ability. Let the test begin. Next group, Quinn Talon, Vorton Blade, Peter Chuck, Layla Monroe, and Aaron Healy. Get ready for the ability test. Either you win or die. This is the survival of the fittest. Hey, I don't know about the ability test, but this girl would totally rock the hotness test if there was any.
What ability do you think she has?
Let's go find out.
I don't think this is the right time or place for...
You're such a coward. Watch and learn. Hi, the name's Vorton. Come on, drop that attitude.
Ice ability. That's rare.
I thought she was hot, but she is a frozen iceberg.
I would let her freeze me any day, though.
Stop it, you two. You better save that energy for the test. Now back to your positions. Now!
Can you believe her? That crazy girl nearly froze my lungs. Next time before you put your hands on people, ask.
Quinn Talon, Vorton Blade, Peter Chuck, Layla Monroe, and Aaron Healy. Into this gate, now.
Welcome to your ability test. I am Jane, and I will be the one in charge of your test. Once you finish, your score will be reflected on your wristwatches. So let's begin. Peter Chuck, please step forward. What's your ability?
I don't have any ability.
Don't be afraid, Peter. Take this.
Ability book for me? That too free? Thank you so much.
We are at the brink of war with the Dalki army, and military is handing out these useless level 1 ability books.
Any ability is better than no ability. Peter should be grateful to the military.
Grateful and loyal. That's the military's plan after all.
Quinn Talon, please step forward.
An ability already in the system. Unable to learn a new one.
Thank you for the offer, but I don't want it.
Sir, a student by the name of Quinn Talon is refusing to accept the ability book. What should I do?
No need to force him. Just let him take the test. Quinn Talon, let's see how you survive in this cruel world.
Quinn, if you don't want the book, it's your choice. But you have to take the ability test.
Let me show them what I got. Okay, I am ready for the test.
All your stats have been reduced to half.
Quinn Talon, on the basis of your performance in the test, your current power level is that of a level 1 ability user.
Only if I could have taken these tests at night, I would have easily scored double points.
Next up, Layla, please step forward.
Whoa! Check out that beast weapon! She's too young to have earned it. I bet she inherited it.
Polished, shiny, and lethal. Carved purely from the bones of a beast, definitely from another planet.
Let the test begin.
Telekinesis paired with archery? What a deadly combo!
Oh, she's incredible.
Move to the next one. Level 2 ability user.
Oh, that's unfair. Her ability could take on even level 4 users. This academy really doesn't care about our fighting ability.
Next up, Aaron. Begin.
Wow! No wonder she is so confident.
Power level 5. The best result so far. Congratulations.
Good thing we didn't end up fighting her.
Next up, Vorden. Please step up.
That's me. Time to show what I got.
Is he really that strong, or just an idiot?
Another level 5 score.
I told you I was strong.
But what was it? It surely couldn't have been ice. Otherwise, my hand would have just frozen when we first met. But it didn't. What could it be? Even though Aaron had refused the handshake. Technically, Aaron was the last person he had touched. Is it a coincidence or... Hey Vorden, is your ability to copy others' abilities when you touch them?
That was fast. I am impressed.
Are you an original?
Considered humanity's last stand against extinction, originals exhibited powers beyond a human mind could comprehend. They shared their powers through ability books, but some chose to keep it exclusively to their own bloodline, and Quinn thought Vorden was one of them.
That would be all. Please head back to the academy.
Welcome to the academy. My name is Darren. I will be your teacher for today, your tour guide. Follow me and stay together. After all, you are going to be classmates.
Where's Vorden?
Oh, there you are. It was chaotic back there. Let's look around, shall we?
Quinn continued to find Vorden strange and mysterious, yet he was friendly. The three of them remained at the back of class as they toured the academy.
This is the main battle arena. You must have noticed it's similar to that of your test arena. There are fighting platforms, equipments.
Dell was very articulate about each arena of the school as he toured the students through battle classes, sports rooms, and other such facilities. However, Quinn was least interested in any of that until...
And finally, this is the dormitory. Take rest today and feel free to explore the academy. Here is your room allocation number.
Quinn held the room number as he looked around. Just as he was about to leave, Vorden came in running towards him, panting all the way.
Quinn! Hey! What is your room number?
23.
What are the odds? No way! I got the same room!
Are you all right? What happened?
I don't know. It happened so quickly. Someone hit me from behind and took my room number.
Did you see him?
I couldn't. But I saw his wristwatch. What a coincidence.
Guess it's meant to be.
After Quinn had finished unpacking, he was free to do what he wanted for the rest of the day. It was still noon, so he had plenty of time to explore the academy. Quinn ended up sharing his room with 2 people. "What do you guys want to do then?" Vorden asked the others. "I'm still unpacking, but you 2 don't have to wait for me. Feel free to go out and explore," Peter replied meekly. Peter had opened up a little to the 2 of them. At first, he was completely shy and hardly uttered a word unless specifically asked. "I was thinking of heading to the library," Quinn said. "That will probably be too boring for you." "Boring? Please, I can make anything fun. Besides, I haven't read a book in..." Vorden paused for a while. "I can't even remember the last time I read a book." The 3 of them laughed before Vorden and Quinn agreed to head to the library together. When they arrived, they found that the first floor was surprisingly bustling with students. Quinn noticed that there were multiple round desks spread out where students were sitting, and in the middle of the desk was a glowing orb. "Ah, you're probably wondering what that orb thing is in the middle, aren't you?" Vorden asked. "It looks like they don't have them at public schools. If you touch the orb, then it allows you to create an isolated space. Inside, only those people who have been invited can hear each other. This way, people are able to chat as much as they want without disturbing others." Wow! Quinn was quite surprised at how far technology has evolved. Quinn searched around the first floor of the library and picked up as many books as he could about abilities. Vorden wasn't too bothered and decided to just select a random fiction book to read. The 2 sat at their tables while Quinn started to flicker away. After skimming through several books, he had been unable to find a single one that sounded like his ability. Vorden had kept a close eye on Quinn and had noticed the type of books he had been picking out. "What's with all the books?" Quinn thought about it for a while before giving Vorden an answer. "I was trying to decide what ability to get since I've turned down the school's offer. To be honest, I thought you might have been one of those pure members who hate abilities," Vorden said with a big grin on his face. "Well, is there anything specific you're looking for?" "Not really. Have you ever heard of an ability that is weaker in sunlight?" Vorden suddenly started to laugh out loud. "What are you, crazy? Abilities are something our bodies learn. Sure, some people have limits and can adapt to stronger abilities, or can do less than others, but for one to get weaker because of the sun? Are you sure you have not accidentally grabbed a fantasy book about vampires?" Quinn felt a little embarrassed by Vorden's reaction. Unfortunately, the reality was that as long as Quinn stayed in direct sunlight, all of his stats would weaken by half. He continued to look around the library to see if there was anything else he could find. "Maybe there's something up there, but I can't imagine what the Academy would do to me for breaking the rules, especially on the first day. I might already be on their radar for refusing their Earth ability book. No reason to make them any more suspicious," Quinn thought. As Quinn continued to walk around the library, he considered what Vorden had said. Perhaps he really should venture into the fiction section and see if he might be lucky. What's the worst thing that could happen? A book titled The Truth About Vampires immediately caught his interest. Quinn took out the book and gave it a quick look. Despite abilities being widely accepted, there was not a single person who had come out claiming to be a vampire. After reading and skimming through the book, Quinn found most of it to be useless. Vampires were required to drink human blood. Some could transform themselves into bats and cast illusions, while others were incredibly skilled with the sword and hypnosis. But Quinn had none of those things. The only thing he could relate to was getting weakened by the sun. Eventually, Quinn decided to close the book and call it a day. As soon as Quinn closed the book, though, he heard a familiar sound, and the pop-up appeared at the corner of his eyes again.
You have gained more knowledge about the system. 10 EXP received. 15 of 100 EXP. Quinn stared long and hard at the message and reread it multiple times. It can't be. Why did I get EXP from reading that fantasy book? He knew he had to test it out. After reading several different books about abilities, not a single one had given him EXP, but for some reason this one did. He decided to pick up another fantasy story, one about dragons, this time titled Reincarnated into a Human. He did the same as before and skimmed through most of it, reading only the headings and subheadings. When he closed the book, there was no reaction. It was the expected result. Filled with the urge to test one more thing, he picked up another book that was also about vampires and did the same. When he closed the book, the system still showed no reaction at all. In the end, Quinn theorized that after reading all the books, he might have gained so much knowledge about abilities that the system had chosen to reward him. The, for some reason, delayed message had only coincidentally appeared right at the time he was reading up on vampires. Naturally, there was another possibility, but that one was a little harder for him to believe. He didn't wish to believe that the book about vampires had somehow been related to his system. When Quinn finished checking things out at the library, he noticed that Vorden had disappeared from the table and was no longer there. He must have gotten bored and gone somewhere else. I'll probably see him later in our room. Quinn looked outside the window and noticed the sun was starting to set. He had been in the library for a total of 6 hours so far, and he had not even noticed the time fly by. Then, when Quinn was just about to leave, a new message popped into his view again. Daily quest number 2 has been completed. 5 EXP received. 20 of 100 EXP. Each time Quinn got a message from this strange thing inside his body, he got a satisfying feeling, seeing the number inch closer to 100. Beneath it, there was a certain uncertainty, a dreaded thought that this would end badly. Nevertheless, he couldn't wait to see what would happen once he had reached the goal. His best guess was that he would level up. He was walking through the school hallway when he saw a kid being pushed up against the wall by another student. The boy on the wall looked like he had already been hit a few times and had bruises on his face. So it really did start here as well, Quinn thought dejectedly. He managed to catch a glimpse of the boy's wristwatch and saw that the number on it indicated that the boy was a level 1 ability user but had a power level of 1.2. Quinn was quite surprised at this, as the bully was very weak himself, which was a rare occurrence. The only people he would be able to bully were people who had a power level of 1.0, like Quinn or Peter. That's when Quinn suddenly recognized the one who was up against the wall. It was, in fact, Peter. He quickly made up his mind. He had wanted to test out his strength, and it seemed fate had presented him with the perfect guinea pig. The student in front of him was only at a power level of 1.2, so there was a high chance he could win, especially inside where he was not weakened by the sun. The student lifted his fist again to give Peter another punch. "You think you can just bump into me like that, say sorry, and that's it?" he shouted as he swung his fist. Quinn started to walk by as if he was not seeing the fight between the two. The bully was so engrossed in his act that he didn't notice Quinn until the latter pretended to fall over and bumped into the student, causing him to stumble off balance and miss. "Quinn?" Peter asked as he looked up. "What the hell was that for?" the student shouted, sizing up the person who had bumped into him. The first place the student's eyes went to was, of course, Quinn's watch. Seeing the low number, his confidence grew. "What the hell is a level 1 piece of rubbish like you doing?" "I was waiting to see how long it would take for someone like you to appear. It seems like I lost a bet with myself. I thought it would at least take a couple of days before scum like you would act out." "And what do you think you're going to do about it?" Peter was starting to feel slightly worried about Quinn. Earlier at the test site, Quinn had revealed that no ability, while the student he was facing did have one. Peter thought they might stand a chance if the two of them fought together, but he was too afraid. If possible, he would have liked to avoid any further confrontation. He had been hurt his whole life and didn't want to be hurt anymore. Sadly, this was just how the world worked. The people at the top were the ones with the strongest powers, so nobody could stop them from bullying those who were weaker than them, and in turn they bullied the even weaker ones. In the past, Peter had tried fighting back. It was when the bullying had only just started at his old school. He had thrown back a punch and had even managed to hit the person in the face, but it had only made things worse. As a result, he had been beaten 10 times harder than normal, and ever since the bullying had only worsened. For the new bully, he had been on the bottom of the social ladder, yet, for the first time ever, he had met someone even weaker than him. All the pain he had suffered through, for once, he wanted to be on the other side. That way he didn't feel like he was at the bottom of the food chain. Quinn then noticed that the student had both of his hands held behind his back, as if he was preparing something, and a notification popped up before him. An enemy ability user has been detected. Initiating battle mode. You have received a new quest. First fight, defeat your opponent. Reward 50 EXP. To Peter, it looked as if Quinn had gone mad. Not only did he agree to a fight, but Quinn also had a giant grin on his face as he held up his hand in what looked like a badly copied battle stance. How was Peter supposed to know that Quinn was elated to have found a fast way to level up?
Hi, Quinn here, and if you're wondering what happens next, click on the link in the description to listen to the full audio series.